I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the Heat. Real deal. Do I have to even say that? Can I just say hello? The day I do that, someone will go, never been here before. Who are you? I've said it so many times. I've had a horrible day. Something I don't like complaining, you guys, but when you make 1,000 videos a year or 800 videos a year, it's hard. I'm just having a tough day, man. But it's gonna be. I'll feel better after this video. After we hang out for a while, you're my therapy. Chili Phil, good to see you. Robert Suter, he's a suitor. Go for Everett. Dizzy Dragon, good to see you. Robert RS, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Anybody thinking about Dennis today, man? He's been on my mind a lot. Flood of Sins, good to see you. Flood of Sins. Aviation Geek, love the name. The guy feeling what your hobby is. Jason P, thanks for being here. Hi, buddy. Gummy Worms. Good to see you. Keith Lego. Do not seek the treasure. Foy does. Oh my God. If you hung around Foy and I at the office, it's just one movie reference after the other all day long. It's hilarious. Do not seek the treasure. What a great movie. All right. So, you can't tell. It's 80. I can't tell now. It was 88 degrees when I got home. Yeah. Straggler. 88 degrees, man. The AC died. It's a drag. Charles, good to see you. My game's Monk. Good to see you, man. Haven't heard from Dennis in a bit. Concerned. He's going to be good. Faith, man. You inspired me to grow Primatales. Good call, Gummy Worms. Doritos Flamas is the best, Aviation Geek says. It's good stuff. One's for Dennis. You got that right, man. If you're new to the chat, ones, that's like someone's going to pray or good wishes or solid emotions or vibrations, whatever anybody does. Keep them in your thoughts. He's a good dude. Narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. Love you so much, man. Thank you for the injection of positivity towards life every day. You know what? I already feel better. I've had you guys know what ants are? If you've been on Tommy's channel, you've heard about ants. Automatic negative thoughts. I have them in my head, and I think I have them. Today I was at war with my brain all day. Campground Life, good to see you. Balake, feeling a little bit better now. There's a block in the house, so is Sasquatch. We can mellow out a little bit. All we need is Tim. There's my guy Bizzle. I knew you'd be here. Book of Water, brother. You into salsas? I don't dance much, but not interrupt my cast. I'm kidding about the salsas. I love salsas. I was joking about the dance. That was a dance joke. Book of Water. There's no such thing as an interruption. This is what this is all about: is interaction, not interruption. Bizzle, I love you, dude. Hey, all bus driver. I missed you all last night. My internet was out at 9. Wasn't happy. Sorry, dude. Plenty more. Balake Richardson. We got both Balakes in the house. Both Balakes sporting buses. Thank you, everybody that has a bus pass. I appreciate that. I made the video today available to everybody. I did the chug challenge you guys saw. That was just for the bus pass initially. They got it a day early. So, but they only saw the aftermath. You can't see I'm not going to make that available to everybody. You got to be able to have a bus pass to see that. Anyway, Bizzle, been thinking about you, dude. And Zed Chilihead, good to see you, dude. There's Tim. I feel better. Yeah, man. Ants. I'm trying to catch up. I hope I don't miss anybody. John Cook, good to see you. Wyoming Tree Planter, good to see you. Peter Vare. You make me happy, bro. Mullins, the Charlie and the Mary variety. So good to see you guys. I hope Mary had an awesome birthday evening after we logged off. It's Patrick Hooker. Oh, shut up, Patrick. Campground Life. It's just Patrick Hooker. We go way back. Like years and years. Reject those ants. I'm trying. Narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. I know better. And it's silly. It's stupid. I bet Johnny dances like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. You have no idea, dude. I can do it, man. It's not even a joke. Eric Odom, good to see you, man. You should go to places and try spicy food challenges. That wouldn't be a bad idea for a show, would it now? And Zed Chilihead, want to buy a few of your chug bottles from League of Fire. Had to pass. 2 bottles, 150. Yeah, you know what? The postage is brutal. It happens all the time with products from Blazing Foods, or Chase to Eat. It's crazy expensive. Speaking of Blazing Foods, let me show you what we got today. Oh, you think you've seen it before. Bizzle says, I definitely feel that better than I do, bro. Anyway, Sharon, been thinking about you too a lot. Good to see you, Sharon. You're home. Man, that's so cool. You're out of the hospital and home. Is that what that? Hold on a second. Oh, look at that. I just figured out how to do the hearts. That's me firing up all those hearts. See all those? I just figured out I can do that. It's for you, Sharon. Anyway, let me tell you guys real quickly about this. You guys have seen this before, but you think you have. Same ingredients, but we did a change in the way a recipe change. I'm not going to give you any information, just to let you know that it's a crispier umami crisp. This is the hot version. I'll give you guys the. Do you guys want to hear the ingredients? Now we got better stuff to talk about. There's a boatload of amazing, really cool ingredients in this. When we set out to make this, we decided we wanted to make a chili crisp. So what we did was we bought every chili crisp that you can buy on the market and tried them all. I'm not joking. We had them lined up. No, I'm not even fooling. Just 30 of them lined up. We would taste it. We didn't taste them all at once. We gave it time. We tasted all of them, and the whole goal was just to make a better one. And it needed to be not just a little bit better, but light years better. And this takes chili crisp. If you've ever had chili oil or chili crisp, this takes it to a different level. Umami crisp. This is the hot version. So not only is it, I'm not going to eat it on anything because you know what? I just want to taste this. Now I have not tasted it. I tasted it as we were making it. You know what I mean? I sealed that today, by the way. Oh God, it smells so good. But I'm just gonna taste it now. It has the heat source is 7-pot Primo, and it's such a beautiful product. It really is. It's gorgeous. Oh, so excited about this. It's from Blazing Foods. It's umami crisp hot. Boy's not doing stuff, not with us now. He's got plans. If he were watching, he'd be so psyched. That's not even a little bit crispier. It is way crispier and hot. It might be, I swallowed it the wrong way. It might be a wee hotter than the last time, but it is. It was way crunchy, right? Hang on one second, guys. So I'm reviewing the umami crisp hot. I know you're busy. Hope you're enjoying your evening. It's hotter and way crispier. You're so home run. Thanks, dude. Have a good time. All right. See how that came out. So I'm reviewing the umami crisp hot. I know you're busy. Hope you're enjoying. All right. This is great. It's hotter than the last time. It actually got a tear to my eye, but it's probably because I swallowed the wrong way. Let me quickly catch up and say hi to everybody because I lost everybody. So if you've ever had the chili crisp, it's hotter now, a little bit hotter than the last one. Now you got to remember, you're not going to spoon it in your mouth like I did. You're going to put it on food, although it's really good on a spoon. But you're going to put it on food. When you put it in food, a lot of the heat's dissipated because of the food. That's how it works. But if you liked it last time, you're really going to love this. It is way, way crispier. And the funny thing about it is, I don't know if I should say it. Here's the problem with this product. It's a 2 days in the kitchen to make it. It's really a process. But with the changes we made, it's all Foy. He's a genius. The changes we made and how we put it together, cook it, actually shortened the process time down significantly. Believe it or not. So not only does it take less time to prepare, but it is. Honestly, it's so good. So if you've had it before and you like it, you need to get it now. We only have the new. In the future, the mild will be extra crispy like this is. We literally just changed how we put it together. Good morning, Landscape. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. Jeremy Bell, love you, bro. Excuse me. Daniel M., good to see you. Thanks for broadcasting. Kind of funny, I think this is a broadcast. I started thinking like it's a movie with I forget. You can't know the day. I open my door and this blast of heat. And I don't like my apartment super cold. It's set for like 72, which is not that. I mean, or 74. It's not even that. That's decent. I walk in the door and this wave of heat hits me. Unbelievable. Not happy about that. It's brutal, MZ. I wish we could control the shipping, but we can't, you know. Digital Watcher, good to see you. Drew V, I love you, bro. Good to see you. Chris Carruthers, good to see you. Rex Vorks, you're back. Yes, you are. Drew, Balak is having an awesome day. Hopes you are. Thought I'd read that out to you. Hit that thumbs up, says Drew. We had a really good one hot minute last week. It was awesome. Is mommy Japanese? I don't know. Good question, SG. Bizzle. No, just a lot of flowers. Oh, I missed one of your posts. I'm sorry, bro. What is happening? We're just chilling out, Rex, and hanging out and doing the question and answer. It's not one hot minute tonight. We're not going to do one hot minute tonight. I'm kind of just, you're my therapy tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. This is just what it is. You're my therapy. I had a rough day. A couple other things. Just had a rough day. Here's the truth of it. It's kind of been a rough month, to be really honest with you. I think I figured out why. You know, as a kid, I think I mentioned something on the stream the other day. When I was a kid, my whole family, other than my sister and my mom, is in July. The whole, like, just tons of birthdays in July. And everybody was together, and everybody was alive, and and then life kind of goes on, and then people die, and people move away to different places, and then when these birthdays happen, you're like, and it's just different. So a month that was the coolest month in the world when I was a little boy has become a desert of a month. And it shouldn't be like that. It's just, I'm weak, mentally weak. It's terrible. I'm trying to get over it. I own it. But I own it. You know what I mean? If I was running from it, at least I know what's going on, and I'm going to address it. Take the bull by the horns, so to speak. Jeremy Bell thinks it's Japanese. It's cool aviation. Geek, glad you're here, man. It's no big deal. I believe it's Japanese. Could be. I don't really know. I bought some jalapeno or some olive oil stuffed with olives. Stuffed with jalapenos. They are yummy. What brand? Bizzle there on the front porch. His peppers, I'm assuming. Brock Bandy. Man, what a name, Brock Bandy. Sounds like an agent from somewhere. I'm Brock Bandy. Umami, savory. That's they say it's the other flavor. The sweet, salty, sour, bitter, whatever, salty, whatever it is. There's a whole bunch of them, and umami's the fifth, or I think they say the fifth one, or the odd one. It's a very strange thing, the umami flavor. Some people just really object to it. Some people like it. I've had a real turnaround with my truffle sauce. I thought I used to love truffle, and I've got a hold of some truffle sauces that were not good, and recently had a good one. So maybe I like truffle again. Jim Justice, I dig you, dude. I think the heat is causing high ozone. I've noticed I don't do so well on high ozone days. I'm not going to do any 10K today. My running days are over, man. Actually, I ran a marathon in Russia. I don't know if I ever told you guys. I'm sure I did, but you guys probably never heard it. It's really weird because I have the. Want to see something funny? I'll show you right now. Hang on. It's kind of funny that it's out. Give me 1 second. This is actually a funny story because I don't remember what year it was. It was a long time ago. I was a kid. 93, that's what year it was. And that summer, a cousin of mine said, "What are you doing this summer?" I said, "Nothing." She called me on the phone. She goes, "Buy a pair of shoes. You want to go to Russia?" I said, "Yeah, I'd love to go to Russia." She was good. Buy a pair of running shoes. We're going to run a marathon. It's to raise money for an orphanage. I said, "I'm in." Didn't even hesitate. I don't know what I was thinking. I was 200 pounds. Didn't run anywhere. Didn't run. I ran sports, football, 100 yards, tennis, back and forth, but I never did long distance. So I was 200 pounds. The first day I trained, I took Tommy with me. He had a pair of rollerblades. So we went like 2.5 miles. He was going to die. I thought he was going to die. Towards the end of it, I was way better off than he was. He was just, but I went from 200 pounds to 163 on the day of the race. I ran it, and that's the Siberian International Marathon. It's crazy. The crazy thing about that race was they were supposed to have American bottled water staged along the race because you can't drink. If you're a Russian, you can drink their water all day long. But if you're an American and you try to drink Russian water, you'll be so sick. It hangs with you. It's bad. So I'm running, and I forgot that it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be in kilometers. It wasn't because it was in Russia. I trained in the peak of the heat because I knew that it was going to be a higher altitude and humid and hot in Siberia in the summertime. And so anyway, the day of the race, I got there. I was there for like almost a month, and the race was the very end of my trip there. And for all the different things I had to do, I wasn't able to train a lot. I think I had 4 training days in that whole time. It was a nightmare. I was losing so much conditioning. And the day of the race, you have to have Vaseline. I put Vaseline here on your Band-Aids on your nipples, and you have to put Vaseline everywhere. You're going to be a mess after 26 miles. And I forgot the Vaseline. So I'm standing there. This dude next to me had a can of lard. It had to have been pork. I'm thinking pork. But it was lard, man. It was lard. And there was nothing else. And he gave me his lard. So I just slathered this lard on. And I started racing. And right away, I'm like, oh, crap, it's kilometers. Because I knew in my head where I needed to start drinking and what my pace should be, what I wanted to do. And there's no water. I kept looking for the water. Every water stop, I'm looking for the people waving American flag, and there's nobody there. I'm like alone in Russia. It was a nightmare. It was hot and humid and terrible. And at 15 kilometers, I went around a corner and said, if the next water that comes near me, I'm drinking it. I don't care if it's American or not. So I rounded a corner, and there was a table, no American flag, and all kinds of Russian water. So I drank a bunch of it. I drank a water at one point out of a gourd. It was a gourd, I kid you not, like out of Gilligan's Island or something. I'm drinking this water out of a gourd. You know what was weird? They had these people that had these platters with pills, little white pills. There were people snagging them, eating them. I'm like, I'll pass on the white pills. But I started drinking the Russian water, and it was a terrible thing because at the halfway point, I'm halfway there. I'm not even at the halfway mark. And the way the race is structured, you're seeing people just coming the opposite way that are only 15 minutes away from the finish line. And you're just got it's demoralizing. But I'm going along, and at the 20, they have a heartbreak hill in Siberia. It's not they don't call it that, but it's the same thing. And I saw this hill, and I was crushed. My spirit was crushed. I thought I was going to die. I hit a wall. I never hit the wall before. I hit the wall like early, which is just a nightmare. Whoever named it the wall was a genius because it's just like running into a wall. I kid you not. It's terrible. So I saw this hill. As the hill came towards me, I couldn't believe it. It was just depressing. It was this huge, huge steep hill that seemed like it went forever. As I started going around the hill, what happened was it started getting easier. I mean, like wicked easier. I started running up the hill. I was using muscles like I hadn't used in 20 miles because I was running on a flat the whole time. And here there's this hill. I swear to you, I got a second wind and went up that hill like I was fresh. Got to the top of the hill and took 2 steps and hit the wall again. And then not 100 yards after that, this old lady, a babushka in a dress, it looked like a shower curtain with buttons on the front of it, with street shoes, passed me. I swear to you, I'm not telling a lie. She passed me. And I was like, I can't let this woman pass me. I'm looking at the finish line, and there's this, she's got to be like, she was probably 10 years older than I am now. She was probably 65, 75, 70 years old. I'm not making it up. Running in street shoes, passing me at the end. Ah, it's crippling. But it was a great thing. We raised money for orphanage. Tommy helped me raise money. We had a barber in Clear Lake, Texas. We called him Three Fingered Willie. His name was Willie, but he only had 3 fingers. He was missing these 2 fingers. And I was shaving my head then and shaving. I had shaved my head, but wasn't shaving at that time. But every once in a while, I would go in and have him get a straight. If I had a date or something, I'd get a straight razor shave. I'd go in there and he'd just do it with a straight razor. He had 3 fingers. It was just really weird. But anyway, I was getting my haircut one day. I said, I'm running a marathon. This is like a week into my training. He just laughed at me. He goes, how long? I said, it's a marathon, 26 miles. I said, will you sponsor me? He goes, sure, I'll sponsor you. I'll give you $10 a mile. He goes, I'll give you $50 a mile. You'll never make it. I can't remember what he actually settled on, but he didn't think I was going to do it. And I finished it in 4 hours and 20 minutes on the nose, which isn't a very good time, but I was really happy about it. I had never run one before. And the day that she told me about it to the day of the race, true story, all my family will back it up, was 90 days. From the day I was 200 pounds, and 90 days later, I was 163 and ran a marathon. Came back, took my sneakers off, and never put them back on again. True story. But I got back to the place where we were staying, and I went to take a shower. I was in so much pain. I can't tell you the pain I was in. I dropped the soap in the shower, and I couldn't bend over. It's a solo shower, but I couldn't bend over to pick it up. I gave up. I was like, staying there. I showered, and I got into bed. We had like 35 people staying in this place. We're all sleeping on sleeping bags on a wooden floor. I was a kid then, but still, I just run a marathon, and every time I turned over, I was like in agony. There was only one other guy that did it, and he walked it. The poor guy, it took like 6.5 hours. We stayed there and waited. The banners were all gone. People had all gone home. No TV cameras anymore. There's like 5 of us, and he walks around the final thing and finishes, and we hugged him. But in the middle of the night, when I rolled over, I woke up, and I could hear him crying like two sleeping bags over, like he was going to die. I'll never do it again. It was unbelievable. It was so taxing on me physically. And it was taxing on me. It was just a taxing thing. Here's the thing. After it was over, it was terribly depressing. I went through this period of like now what do I do? It was hard to explain. It was not good. It was bad enough. I'm like, it's like a bad trip. Why would I do that again? It wasn't a good time. Don't need to do it. Jim Justice, good to see you. Congratulations. You need to congratulate me, bro. I'm glad you're here. You have the greatest comments, man. That's not an amazing time, Peter, actually. You know what? Let me tell you something. Oprah Winfrey ran hers faster. True story. Mike Eskimo Stoltz, good to see you. Anytime someone says how amazing, I'm like, Oprah did it. It's not that amazing. Anybody can do it. Anybody can run a marathon. You just got to decide you want to do it. Honestly, it's true. You just got to decide you want to do it. Evil Lama. Evil Lama. You got to be kidding me. I got to tell my brother. My brother and I love your Instagram. I literally got to tell my brother. He might pop in if he knows you're here. How are you, man? It's good to see you. For real. Yeah, we don't catch each other live enough. It's a good thing. Bizzle, I definitely will post them on Crippled Heat Chaser. Man, it's my dude. The ridiculous tolerance. Hope your mom's been doing okay with this stuff, Bizzle. Some of the stuff I'm a little bit worried about. The stuff that's in this jar concerns me a little bit. Here's the thing about this, and I'm being serious about it. What I sent you is 9 million. It's extract. That will go through gloves. If she's wearing plastic latex gloves, it's going to go right through those gloves. So just don't touch it. Just don't get it on you. Put a couple pairs of gloves on, but don't you really don't want to get it on. Don't heat it. Don't get it hot. If it's some on a spoon, don't wash it with hot water because it's going to turn into gaseous fumes. It's terrible. Johnny, do you ever get your package from NOLA Blends? Not yet, Drew. I keep looking. I'm sure it'll arrive. No, I did write them back a nice email. Yeah, NOLA Blends. What a great company. I couldn't tell. I've read their email a few times. I can't tell if they're wanting to develop one, and I couldn't quite tell. There's definitely one in the works, but I couldn't wait. I'll find out. But thank you for that connection. It's a great one. Evil Llama was on stage with the Green Jello Band last night. Gotta love that, dude. I posted my One Hot Minute weeks video a few minutes ago. Nice, Lemmy. I will check it out. You got to do that, guys. You got to try to remember that when we do One Hot Minute, have your cell phone handy. And if you're watching from a different device, like a laptop or a tablet or something, when it gets time to do the One Hot Minute video, record yourself doing the One Hot Minute. He might pop in. When I tell you that we're fans, I'm not joking. Diz, good to see you, dude. My stomach doesn't like extract. Don't know how you do it. What do you mean you don't know how I do it? I suffer like a dog. Listen, that thing I did yesterday, that stupid chug challenge, and I'm not a big fan of Never, right? She's getting better. I'll get someone else to add that. I don't think she can take it. Yeah, bro. It's so bad that like if you have a spoon, make sure it's cold. It's just terrible stuff. So you really gotta be careful. But I don't know what I was talking about. Nola blends, man. He hooked me up with these Nola blends, and I've done three beautiful bottles of oil. One was a balsamic pepper kind of thing. One was a habanero oil. It's gone. Two of them are gone, and the other one is the cayenne, which is really great. But they have a couple other ones, and they have some more products they're selling. It's just very, very cool. Evil Llama says, hello, Lifeboat. A lot of lifeboats here. Tommy's here. Shut up. Is Tommy here? There's Tommy. See, I told you Evil Llama was on the boat, dude. Not terrible. I gotta say, someone special's on the stream, or my brother won't show up. Crazy enough, I'm on his live feeds. Just saying, not complaining. It is what it is, though. No hot minute tonight, Alan McGee. We'd have 2 minutes to prepare. Yeah, here's the thing. When we do one hot minute, I will typically tell you by the way, it brings up a really important question. We're going to vote right now. There's 48 of us here, so we're going to vote right now. I was thinking that maybe it would be a good thing. While I'm never going to tell you guys ahead of time what it is, I don't think it hurts putting OHM in the title of the video. That way, people can see it, and maybe you get more people to join us for one hot minute. Do you think it's okay? I won't televise what day it is, but on that day, right when I go to upload the video or to go live, if I put OHM in the title, do you guys object to that? Do you think I should, or should I leave it a complete surprise? Dirty Hands Brad, wash them. Dirty Hands Brad, love the name, man. NZ Chiliad, thanks for the live chat. You're a stud, says Lifeboat. If you guys don't know the Lifeboat, that's my brother Tommy. Pretty proud of Tommy. What's hottest, Johnny? Red or green chilies? It really depends on the chili. Really depends on the chili. Rick Smith gifted Chase the Heat membership. That is so cool. It was gifted to Rick to Real Deal. Rick Smith, that was awfully kind of you, dude. I really appreciate you doing that. That was very cool of you. You know, we got a whole ton of everybody here is special. We got Sharon, we got Charlie. There's Levy. There's so many amazing people here. So, Tommy, you should stop by more often, man. There's always special people here. Si, senor, says Lego. A lot of people say do it. Some people say they like the surprise. So I don't think it looks like most of you don't want it in the. Just do this. Yes or no. Yes means you want it in the title. No means you don't. Because I kind of made it confusing how I asked you. Put it in the thumbnail. Oh, in the thumbnail. That's a thought. Instead of on the. How about that? Instead of putting the title, how about just OHM in the thumbnail? No, you know, I can't do that because on live feeds, I don't add the thumb until after the fact. So it can't be in the thumbnail. Otherwise, it would be a great idea. I'm getting more yeses than no. There's a handful of no's, though. More yeses, man. I'm feeling the yeses. I like doing that. That's why, see, of course, the other thing is this. If you don't want to stop in, I shouldn't have to tease you with the OHM to have you pop in. You know, but if that makes more people, it makes it more fun. I was told there would be no math, says Tommy Scoville. Robert Suter, more go forever. Yes, what is one hot minute? Oh, Robert Suter, man, 1 hot minute is the coolest thing in the world. This is what happens. And there's a lot of people that may not know what it is. Alf, Mr. and Mrs. Alf, good to see you. Here's what 1 hot minute is. Jeff Coy, hello. Flip a coin. Well played. I mean, hello, well played. Bizzle, hey, Tommy, hope you're good tonight. Here's what happens once a week, and it's completely random. I don't tell anybody what day it's going to happen. Once a week, we start the live stream, and within the first 5 minutes, I say, it's 1 hot minute. And on that video, everybody has to split, take a second, run to the cabinet, fridge, do what you got to do, come back with something hot. It can be potato chips that are spicy. It can be Doritos. It can be a pepper. It can be hot sauce, salsa, tincture, whatever you got. Spicy V8, whatever you got that's got a spice to it. And on the half hour, so 30 minutes after the video begins, we all eat it together. But before that happens, everybody tells everybody what we're eating, so we all get kind of excited about it. And then after we eat it exactly at 9:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time. And then everybody reports what their heat level is. And there's great accolades for the person who goes hardest. Because somebody always does. Always. So that's what 1 hot minute is. It really is fun. We've got a great shirt I'm going to have made. Christopher Westcott did the design for it. It's very cool. Riverdale, good to see you. Everybody's saying yes. I'm thinking we need to do it. It is a beautiful thing, SG. I dig 1 hot minute. Man, the first couple of times you ever did it, they were electric. But every single time, it's fun. It really is. I mean, everybody gets involved. It's a lot of fun. Drink a bottle of tincture. Nah. You know what, Tommy? I don't think I've done that in one video. I don't know if you guys ever knew this. Tommy ate a tube of terror, speed tube of terrors, and if it was 48 seconds, I believe. I'm not making this up. It's on video. 48 seconds to eat an entire tube of terror, the first version. And as he was chewing up the last mouthful, he took a bottle, that's the whole bottle of tincture, took the top off, and drank the entire bottle of tincture and washed the last mouthful of peanuts down with it. A whole bottle of tincture. Now, there's chase the heat, then there's just, what are you doing? Tighten up your game. It's crazy. It's like ratchet. What do you got? That's the craziest thing. I mean, crazy. That's like, I mean, here's the truth of it. I don't think you knew. I don't think you had any idea what it was going to do to you. I had a question. You sent 7-pot candy in a 2-pack. They were square. Are they hotter? I don't believe they're hotter. We actually sourced those out to a candy company, made those, so we didn't make them, so they're all the same batch. But the whole thing, than the bag ones. No, they're all the same, Bizzle. That was crazy. Sharon Channel says, JC, I have something for this week that might put me back in the hospital. One shiny, evil-tailed Carolina Reaper. I want to pray for you. Yeah, here's the deal. You need to know something. I pray for you every night. That's not even a joke, Sharon. Here's the problem. When somebody gets on my prayer list, I'm not trying to get like super, it's not a religious show, but I have a hard time stopping. And then I got to, there are people I've been praying for years for. But yeah, we got your back, girl. You have to call it the Daily Burn. So speaking of the Daily Burn, Tommy and I, Tommy, you still in the chat? Thank you, Sharon. I love you. Tommy, you still in the chat? Speak now or forever. I don't think Tommy's still in the chat. If he's not, I'll talk about it. I mean, I'll tell you guys a secret. I think he left. I've got Tommy and I are thinking about starting a podcast. That won't necessarily be peppers, won't necessarily be recovery. Certainly will incorporate some of that stuff. He's back. You lurking. You are a lurker. Do you know that? Yeah, we're thinking about starting a podcast. We may have some guests on. It's going to be. Great thing is, you can take it any direction, but it'll probably be at least 2 days a week. It might be 3 nights a week. So I tell you. A podcast. We actually have the domain name already. It's a pretty cool name. So I think that's, you know why? Can I tell you something? It's really, really, he's really fun to work with. He's fun to be on video with. Like, I swear, like, and I said this to him, I said this in a video recently. Since I started the channel, there's like 40, almost like 5,000 videos. I'll bet you in at least 3,000 videos, there's a joke, an inside joke that only my brother would know. And I was making those. I know he's never going to see them. He doesn't watch the videos. I mean, who does? I mean, you guys do it, but my brother is not going to stop what he's doing to watch a video, see if I happen to drop a joke. You know what I mean? But I've been dropping jokes for my brother that, for years. But he's just a very fun guy to work with. I know what he's going to say before he says it. Makes it fun. I'm looking into doing a podcast and starting a radio channel. That's ambitious. I love it. DJ K Solo. Good evening from New York, brother. What part? Actually, that's Boston. What part of New York are you at? From New York. And a lingerer. In addition to being a lurker, he's a lingerer. But he's got a rapier wit. Another one. Sorry. See, I can't help it. I do them all the time. So now that I know he's here, I'll be sliding him in every 5 seconds. It's terrible. ZW, thank you for being here. Mike Palmetier, good to see you, dude. Uncle Bull Cow, Tube of Terror Testimony Tuesdays. That sounds interesting. That would be a good, you know what? There's so many people. That wouldn't actually be a bad video. Reach out to people who've been scorched by video and interview them on Tube of Terror Tuesdays. That would be hilarious. That actually is a funny idea because there are hundreds of videos, and a lot of them are, just type in "gone off the rail," Tube of Terror, gone wrong or gone terribly wrong or mistakes were made. You'll see some funny stuff. That'd be a good idea. This is by far the best YouTube channel. LA Beast too. Oh, come on. You know what? LOL says Bizzle. Listen, I think I love LA Beast. This is just a chili channel, man. Listen. I had no idea that it was going to be like this. I love it. I'm having a good time, but I sat down to do this. It was just having some fun. Oh, Blink Music. It's been a while since I've seen a David and Goliath College Boy going to be featured anytime soon. No, man, it doesn't seem like it. He's deep in something. I don't know what he's doing. I have reached out. Corbin Remmert. Forget about it. Thanks for being here, Jeff. I've reached out to College Boy probably half a dozen times in the last 2 months. Kind of given up on reaching out to him. When I reach out 3 or 4 times and you don't reach out back, you not reaching out back is your signal. That's your answer. So, but he's a great guy. I'm always going to love him. So if he showed up in 2 months and says, "Hey, I'm back. Let's eat a pepper," we're eating a pepper. So there's no ill feelings towards anybody. He's just not responding to me, which is something. So Pepper Redemption. Well played. Well played. If you always leave stunning comments, do you realize how good your name is? Well played. Do you understand that? All you got to do is focus on leaving stellar comments every single time. And all you'll hear is a double well played. Well played. Well played. No pressure. The boat is pretty cool. It really is, Monk. It's something special happening there. I dig these live chats you did. So do I, man. Yeah, listen, my apartment probably still is in the 80s. It's got to be as hot as can be. But I still feel a little better having hung out with you guys. I sure hope I did ribs right, and they still need a good while longer. Alan McGee. Yeah, ribs are funny, man. If you do them right, they're something special. I'll tell you that. Going out with Sister Scoville later. Are you really? Tell her I said hello. Give her a kiss for me. Tell Mom, give Mama Scoville a kiss too. All right, well, have fun, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Great perspective, Johnny. Thank you. Well played. Well played. See what I mean? You just got to stick the landing every single time. You can't have an off moment. No off. You can't. You got to nail it every single time. I know you can do it. See, the heat is on. Just like that. Still best. PewDiePie who? PewDiePie. It's like half of the free world is subscribed to his channel. Can I tell you something? This is a true story. I'm not trying to, I swear to you, the day that the channel hit 100, it was Christmas Eve of 20. 2016 Christmas Eve. I was so shocked that we hit 100. I couldn't believe it. Real deal. I'll post it in comments after the live. I'm sorry if I missed some of your comments, Bizzle. I hate to do that. But I remember when we had 100. I was stunned. I was stunned by it. So to have 125,500 and something, it's bizarre. And in 5 weeks, less than 5 weeks, the Sizzler for the show is going to air. At that point, we can talk about it. Actually, I can't. Here's the weird thing. There's going to be a very strange time from the day that the Sizzler is launched. That whole month is going to be really weird because you're going to see stuff in that Sizzler. There's 2 different Sizzlers. One that goes for the first 2 weeks, and they substitute a new one for the last 2 weeks. In the show, they drop all the episodes and the cliffhanger for season 2 all the same day on October 1. But for those 30 days, you're all going to have a million questions, and I still am not allowed to say certain things. I can only talk about what you've seen. I can't talk about any aspects of why the stuff you've seen is happening, because you're all going to have a ton of questions. A lot of you are. I mean, and I don't know. That's going to be weird. Like I'm not going to be able to answer those, and you're going to have so many. For real. Bizzle, he was just asking about my plants. Thank you, Bizzle. The Life Podcast. We already have a name for it. Did I tell you the name, or did I keep it in my head? I wasn't sure if I should say the name too soon. We already have the name. I just don't know if I want to share. I think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. I can't remember. How about that? I'm slipping. TJK Solo. That's what happens when you keep cheating, creating content. If you post, they will follow. Yeah, that's the idea. You hope anyway. There is a funny thing. There is sort of like I think there's no point where you can get to a point where it's just going to keep going if you take your foot off the gas. If you take your foot off the gas, the car slows down a lot. It really is true. That's why I've kept my foot on the pedal. We've not let up since we started. The easiest time I've ever had with the channel was the first 3 months. I did some of the hardest some really very, very difficult challenges then, but I was only doing a video once every 2 days or 3 days a week. I was doing videos, maybe 3 days a week. And at that time, somebody still called me who's a legend and said, "Man, maybe you post too much. Awesome ideas, Alf." Says Bizzle, excuse me. It's definitely cooling down in here. This is better. Jim Justice. You got to stop talking like that. I've become a YouTube sensation. I can't see you at least once daily. My schedule is off. If I can't see you at least once daily. Thank you for saying that. But no, you know who's worthy of that? LA Beast is. For real. You got to think about that. Here, check this out just for a second. I'm going to check. Oh, hang on. All right. LA Beast. Let me tell you a little information about LA Beast. Want to know why the man's a legend? He's got 2.86 million subs. All right, 2.86 million. His channel is, let's see, 23 years old. Okay. He has 515 million views, 500 million views. Here's the thing. I've left my mark on the chili world. There's a lot of people who probably started channels because they watched this one. Do you have any idea what LA Beast, how many people have started? I partly started my channel because of LA Beast. I was watching him before he was he was the first YouTuber that I started following. True story. He's a very cool guy too. But that guy is a legend. If you think of a million people have probably started a YouTube channel because of LA Beast. I'm sure of it. I'm sure more than a million. For real. This is what people fail to realize. what percentage of people you think are on YouTube just are viewers? What percentage of them do you think upload videos? The number is shocking. There are a ton of people uploading videos. You take him out of the equation, YouTube's a different animal. I mean, it's a different thing. 500 million views. That's a mind-boggling number, right? Diz, you're a machine. I struggled this season with Viz. Brain ain't firing. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I feel like that. I was saying before today, I need to take a vacation, but I can't. I can't. It's not even a monetary thing. I can't because I need you guys. You know what he said? If I can't watch a video, is it not the same? Well, if I don't do this with you guys, I'm not the same. I know it sounds ridiculous. Captain Murphy. What did I look at the date? Oh, I must looked at the wrong date. Sorry about that. Yeah, yeah, you know what am I thinking? YouTube's not even that old. You're right. I don't know. I must look at a different number. But he's been around forever, and the dude really is a legend. That's no joke. We'll probably do a video at some point together. I can see that happening. Listen to more music. King of Heat. Thanks for saying that. So for those keeping track, I'm still sitting at 3. Although after talking with Tommy, that dream I had the other day where someone was at my peephole, I think that was a paralysis dream because it was a weird false ending where I thought I was awake and I wasn't. And it seemed more real than most dreams I've had. I was thinking in my head, which I'm never do in dreams. In dreams, I'm just kind of like watching, seeing whatever unfolds. I'm like a spectator. Even though I'm in it, I'm just a spectator seeing what's happening. I'm not controlling anything. And when I have these sleep paralysis dreams, like I can think. I'm like thinking, like, what in the world's going on here? Why can't I move? So I'm thinking, I'm aware. And the dream I had there seemed like that. So I may have had 4 different experiences with it, but last night was pretty good. Just the strangest thing, man. Daniel Bellino, I'm going to start bringing up my own crushed red Reaper pepper into restaurants. Nothing is ever spicy enough anymore. Lego's taking off. Good night, Lego. You're a good dude, man. Be safe. You're still in my prayers, bro. LA Beast is a frat boy. You do real life stuff, Al says. You know what? I was once a frat boy. I lived in the house and everything. I slept in a coffin. You guys have heard that story. When I was in college for 2 years, I slept in a coffin every night. Did you have time dilation too, Monk Searcher? I don't know what time dilation is. I can tell you that the first time it happened, it seemed like it lasted a half hour. I don't know. It may have been just like blink of an eye, but it seemed like a long time because I was doing a lot of thinking. At the point when I thought I had a stroke, I literally thought it's going to be a welfare check. You're going to find me. I look like a dried up sausage, and it's going to be a welfare check, and Foy's going to find me. And that's why I figured. So I was like literally thinking the stuff in my head, but I don't know how long that really was. So I don't know what the time dilation thing is. The thing about the one about the door, the eye at my door, that was weird because in that dream, I started the dream in bed, and I wake up, and I get out of my bed because I need to get something to drink. So that didn't seem like a dream because I was started with me getting out of my bed. And the other thing that's weird about it is in the paralysis dreams, I can't move. In this one, I was walking around. I got up, went to the, to get some of the water or some juice. And I saw that, and I was like, I don't know why, but I'm just going to look out the peephole. And I looked out the peephole, and there was an eyeball at 3:15 in the morning staring back at me, scared the pants off me. Then I woke up, and the first thought was like, I know it scared the crap out of me. I might have even screamed. I'm not sure. But I'm like, I know I was scared, but I couldn't have been that quick to get from the door to the bed without me. I'm like, I don't know how that happened. And then I was like, wait a minute. Was that a dream? Maybe that's time dilation or whatever. I'm not quite sure. I know skydivers get that. They call it temporal distortion, where you get so engrossed in what you're doing, everything feels like it's going in slow motion, yet you're going to 125 miles an hour, and you aren't aware It's you have a car accident and everything, you're in panic mode, everything seems to go in slow motion. Well, it's not. That's your brain going, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's too much going on. We're going to put it in slow gear right now just so I can comprehend what's happening. That's what's going on. And skydiving, they call that temporal distortion. There was a terrible story. I think it was in Tommy can tell if he's still lingering. You lurker, you. There was a skydiving team. There were 7 people in a formation, and they all got temporal distortion. They're all together. They're all working on their formation so much. All 7 of them hit the ground. Not one person, not one of them, even pulled a chute. It was also a long time ago. But so I don't know really. I'm looking for your temporal distortion explanation or the time distillation thing. Learn to control your dreams changes life. See, I told you you are still lingering. You are such a. Did you hear the good things I said about you, though, Tommy? Did you hear the good things? I said plenty. Believe in aliens? I do. Brian Funtimes. Probably not. I know it sounds kind of crazy. Probably not. I don't know. Saw a very interesting. You guys know. I saw a very interesting video that made me kind of rethink a lot of things. So no, I mean, I doubt it. I don't know. I've never seen any. I doubt it. Hopefully, had some pause here to eat and review Evil Lama. Evil Lama, I got some Brian Funtimes. Okay, he says okay. Evil Lama, I got some chocolate primatali is coming for a chocolate primatali challenge. Tommy believes. And there you have it. I don't know. It's kind of here's the deal. Every time I get with Tommy, I end up believing all kinds of weird stuff. Here's the thing. I don't know. It's above my pay grade to even think about this kind of stuff. My head's been doing me in all day. I need to think about something different. You know, it happens sometimes at night when I can't sleep. I have trouble sleeping sometimes. I'm on YouTube. Inevitably, I'll end up on some space video. It scares the crap out of me. It's crazy. Lucid dreaming is the best. Wish I knew how to do it all the time. I had a dream once when I was married to my kid's mom. It was the coolest dream. I remember it so clearly. I was in this castle, like in Transylvania or something, and it was just massive inside. So it's still dark as can be, but it's like 5 stories. I mean, it's just enormous. You could fly a plane in this thing. It was really big. And I could fly. And the way I could fly is if I held my breath, I could fly and I could just kind of control it very easily and knew exactly. The way I controlled my altitude is if I breathed out, I would lose altitude. If I breathed in, so I would control how I'd fly by breathing around. And I was in this castle flying from there were these balconies. I was flying from one to the other and bouncing off walls. I was having so much fun. And my kid's mom wakes me up. She wakes me up. I said, what are you doing? She says, you're making noises. I think you're having a nightmare. I went, I was having the best dream of my life. She woke me from it. I'll tell you what, the dreams I've had since there's tricks to lucid dreams. I've heard that, Bizzle. The sleep paralysis thing. That you're awake, you're right here. When you're sleeping, you got this different plane. You're down here. That's somewhere else. It's not here. It's not here. It's a weird thing, and I'm so fascinated by it. I'll be really honest with you, and I don't hate anyone has a problem with me saying this. I can't wait for it to happen again. I can't wait. We have a fun comment here. Brian Funtimes. I was the guy that always said press star in the microwave. He owns the comment. Brian Funtimes. You know what's funny? I'll bet you there are 500 comments that say that. I don't think you're responsible for all of them, but thank you for saying that. That's funny as can be. I leave it on always. I just keep a little magnet in front of it. It's like knowing it's going. Bizzle there. Oh, you said that already. Dizzy Dragon, you killed me, man. Listen, Johnny, if you ever want that first, if you ever want first who feast, you destroy every person that ever went in that room, guaranteed. But that's the reason they won't have me on DJK solo. It'd be a very boring. Nobody knows me. You know what I mean? If they had me on that show, you guys would all be stoked. There'd be a bunch of people from my channel that'd be really stoked about from this channel that'd be fired up about watching it. There'd be a few of my haters that hate me that would watch it just because they hate me. But they want someone who's like real famous, real world famous, not Chili World. Chili World is a niche. It's a micro niche. Remember Big Fish in a itty bitty bitty pond. You know. Now the show that I'm in, if that does really well, I could change things. Daniel Bolino says, I never remember my dreams. It's so rare. Can anyone help me out with that? Probably nobody in this chat, but I'm sure maybe a sleep specialist will help you with that. Is there a reason? I've always been like that. I just can't remember my dreams. Daniel, I want to tell you something. Mama Scoville, if Tommy's in the chat, he'll verify this. Mama Scoville claims that she doesn't dream. And every time she says that, Tommy and I say the same thing. Baloney, you dream probably every night. Here's the thing. Whether you're aware of it or not, it's happening. It's how you sort through stuff. That's why if you don't sleep for long enough, your brain's going to go, okay, I got to sort through some stuff here, and you're not sleeping, so I'm just going to do it now while you're awake. Don't mind the visuals. Then weird stuff starts to happen. So you need to get to sleep, or the sleep's going to come at you. So, but don't take me. I'm a guy riddled with sleep problems. Why are you listening to me? Don't do that. That'd be silly. Bizzle, I should hear about this Grim Reaper that I saw when I wrecked and got septic and SICU. That's scary. Tommy had a couple scary ones. Would love to see you and Chili Klaus collaborate, Eva Lama says. You know what? He's a good dude. I hung out with him in New York years ago. He's a good guy. He'd be a very, very fun guy to do a collab with. He likes peppers, man. It's pretty good. He'd be a fun guy to do a collab with. You know what? If we ever found ourselves in the same area, I guarantee you he would be very up for that. We live in different parts of the world, More gopher, Robert Shooter. The mind is an amazing thing. Diz, I'll tell you what, my mind, it ain't my friend. But the good thing is I'm not my mind. It's a beautiful thing. Because of you, our family does small challenges and has fun laughing at each other. Thanks. Moto 330. That's the most beautiful comment of the night. I love that. Someone said that to me years ago. They said that I changed YouTube. I said, how so? It was in a comment. It's still there somewhere. They said, YouTube, they call it YouTube because it's you. It's whatever you want to watch. But when people watch, because there are so many families and people that get together to watch you, that it's kind of, for them anyway, it was changing YouTube. It was like more of a family tube thing. That's kind of a cool thing. I made my night. SG, I dream that I'm underwater and can't get up to the surface. That's a drag, SG. I used to have the fight dream a lot. Where I it's like my arms are in pudding or something, and I'm just missing, and I can't, it's a drag. Dizzy Dragon, how can I tell my mind to be quiet? I can tell you what not to do. I can give you a whole list of stuff you probably shouldn't do to quiet your mind, because I've done all those things. Oh, bueno. Chris Frostrom, Fonstrom. Good to see you, bro. Why haven't you done hot ones yet? Much love, Johnny. I'm just Johnny Scoville. If I was Johnny Depp, I'd be on hot ones. If I was Johnny Cash, I'd be on hot ones. Johnny Knoxville, I'm on hot ones. Johnny Scoville, I'm sorry, who? Maybe one day. Right now, I'm just. Robert, you have amazing pepper, says Eva Lama, right? You do indeed. Jeff Remmer says, because of Johnny, my kids do pepper reviews videos. They're so cool too, by the way. You got to tell your son to really get into it, because that's a hole in the chili community. There's no kids that are psyched about doing it because they really like peppers. There were a couple kids years ago that were doing it because their moms or dads were saying, you have to do this. You could tell it wasn't them, and they kind of fizzled out. But it would be really, really cool to have them get into it. Can never punch in a dream if you're a good person. Whew. I punch all the time. I just never hit anybody. Try like crazy. Never get anywhere with it. You know what time it is, you guys? I just looked. It is the top of the hour. I love you guys. You know that? I do. I feel better now. My place still still hot as can be, but I feel better now than I did when the thing started. Gentlemen, good night. All of you guys, every one of you that stuck with me tonight, thank you for being with me. I love all of you. Have a great night. Let's keep all of us in our thoughts, and we're all one here. Bizzle, I love you. Good night. Love you all. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.